Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today is part 2 of our haunted house tutorial. First, you will need an 11 by 8.5 cardstock and you will score it at 0.5 on all sides. You will also need another one and you will score the same way, a 0.5 at all sides. So that's going to be a total of 2. Next thing you will do is score on the long side at 4 and 7, and on the short side you will score at 2.5. A quick reminder, you will only need to do this in one of the cardstock. The other one you just score it at 0.5 and then that's it. Now for this one, you will be cutting this. Yeah, I pointed it there. You will be cutting that except for the 0.5 in the bottom. So that will be our doorway. Next thing you will need is two 1.5 by 7.5. That will be for the sides of your house. Again, that's 1.5 by 7.5, and you need 2 of those. And for the base of the house, the bottom, you will need one piece of 1.5 by 10. The next thing we are going to make is the roof of our house. So for the roof, you will need a 3.75 by 11. I'll be cutting that out right now. Okay, so that's 3.75 by 11. And then what you need to do is score it at 2. Score it at 2. And then you will turn it to the long side. And then you will score 1 inch on both sides. So 1 inch there and 1 inch there. That will be your guide when you make your diagonal cut for the roof. Okay, so the diagonal cut will be on the 2-inch section of that piece of paper. So that's a 2-inch. So you will cut a diagonal. And same on the other side. That's why we're scoring at 1 on both sides, because that's going to help you when you're cutting. So again, you do that on the 2-inch side of the paper, not the 1.75. The 1.75, that's going to be the base of your roof once we fold it. Okay, once we're done with that, see, we fold it. And there you go. just making sure that it's the right size. And you see that flap on the base of our house? That's where you are going to be gluing. I'll talk more about that later. Okay, so for the patterned paper, this is what we're going to need. For the front and back body, you will need 10 by 7.5. You need 2 of those. But for the front, again, you will need to trace and cut, as you can see here. For the roof, we need 11 by 1.75. You will need 2 of those on the outside and the inside. That's for the base of our roof. And then we are also going to need 2 11 by 2, and that's going to be the part of our roof that has the diagonal part. Okay, like next, what I'm doing now, I believe I've already sewn everything, so what I'm doing now is I'm gluing the sides first. Gluing the other side. Oh, for the sides, for the pattern paper for the sides, you will need 2 7.5 by 1.5. And then for the bottom, you will need just 1 10 by 1.5. Sorry, I forgot to tell you about that. I think we already have all the measurements. So now we are gluing the bottom. Again, the bottom is 10 by 1.5. Oh, I'm just pointing out that I sewed those sides together. That's the bottom. And this is what I did on the other side. So as you can see, I already connected the roof to that flap that I was saying, the 0.5-inch flap. So I connected it, and what I did was, before I covered it with pattern paper, I connected it first so that the flap you won't see the flap when it's glued. I hope you got what I mean. So what I did is, okay, I glued just the cardstock to the flap, and then that's when I put the pattern paper on top of them. Next thing I did was I glued the front and back together. Then we put glue on that flap, and we're ready to glue that other side. Oh, there's me. Hello. In case you missed it, I mentioned on the first video that the collection I'm using here is from Fancy Pants Designs. It's called Happy Halloween. It's their new collection for this year. If you want to get your own collection, it's available now, and you can use my code, which is NiftyCraftyMe10. You see that flap there on top? I am just gluing that on the back. I didn't bother cutting it out because that's gonna make it more sturdy if I just leave it there and then just glue it. That's why I kept it there. We're actually almost done. Then last part is going to be the base, the bottom. You just have to glue that. And we are done with our second part. All we need to do is make the box for the top and the boxes inside. As you can see, the roof is flimsy. That's why we're going to make a box so we can glue it onto the roof, and that makes it sturdier. And there we go. Now let's put our door, and there, that's how it looks. So if you haven't seen the first video, please go check that out. And I'll see you next time for part 3. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.